When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together.
Welcome everyone. Hope you liked a short glimpse of the Geek Convention where our Worlds tournament was held. My first match was against Maya again, facing him, and he had 3 steel types. I decided to lead with Skuntank and he with Steelix. Skuntank has a positive matchup with Steelix because my Skuntank has Flamethrower. Now I'm trying to piggyback right here, but he was taking a little long and he was taking a little bit long time to use his charge move, so I thought it was an earthquake. I shielded. Again, I know he'll go for straight earthquakes, so I try to shield bait here. Crunch is neutral. He shielded. Now I'll get to another crunch, but he gets to earthquake first. I save my shield. I come with Venusaur. In my team I don't have a hard counter for Steelix, so I go for straight Frenzy Plant, KO. I used Frenzy Plant because I knew Steelix would get to another earthquake and I needed to shield that. We both lag here a bit, and he's lagging, so I stop fast attacking. He switches to Azumarill, and I need to get that Azumarill as low as possible. Really not looking good for me. Up until this match, my situation is dire. I will probably lose this game. After this game, I thought that I needed a counter for Steel, because in my team I had no counters for Steel. So either a counter user or a Mud Boy. I didn't use a counter user because I didn't feel the need to use it. And most teams ran Bronzong. Even if I had a counter user, I don't think it would have helped much. I needed a Mud Boy. But I wasn't sure if Mud Boys would be good for my team or not. So we learn, we play. This Toxirop will go for Mud Bomb. Yes, I'm red. And he will feint me down first because he double resists my friend Vine Whips. Second match, I catch his Steelix. And I am thinking he was probably going to go for earthquakes again. Frenzy Plant did a lot of damage. Now, I will shield. Yes, it was an earthquake. He didn't try to shield bait. Now I get to another Frenzy Plant. Vine Whip charges Frenzy Plant so fast. He shields. I don't get to another Frenzy Plant. I shield. I use my second shield. He uses Crunch. Now Crunch at this health wouldn't faint down my Venusaur, but I wasn't counting. It was a bad play on my part. I shouldn't have shielded there. Now he comes with Magnezone and he goes to Azumarill. He encountered the Switch Trade Glitcher and I was asking him if he was okay. If he wanted to read the match or not. And he said it was fine. So I continued the match. I come in with Lantern. Sorry about the traffic. It's 2 a.m. while I'm recording and trucks are still going through the roads, and I'm sorry for the sound. Now Azumarill would get to another Ice Beam. Now Play Rough would have been better, and I think he would have got into Play Rough. Yeah, it would have been tight, but he would have got into Play Rough. Now I know that Magnezone has no pre-charged energy, so I try to go for straight Hydro Pumps. I took a really bad gamble there, and the gamble actually paid off. I take game match number 2. Match number 3 again, same mindset. I'm thinking to get rid of that Steelix or Magnezone. And again, I catch his Steelix lead. Now the problem with my team is both Skuntank and Venusaur are weak to Bronzong here. Yeah. If I had Meganium instead of Venusaur, my Steel matchups would have been way better. Because Venusaur is weak to Confusions and Ground type moves. While not weak to Ground type moves, but neutral to Ground type moves. But Meganium resists Ground type moves. I'm sorry. So I have no other choice but Lantern to counter his Bronzong. I could have come with Steelix, but Steelix had really bad matchups against his team. Against Azumarill, Venusaur, Croak. Steelix has really bad matchups. But I should have taken Steelix instead of Lantern. Even though Steelix had bad matchups, majority of the bad matchups, but still Steelix would counter Bronzong, and I had no specific counter for Bronzong. Skuntank is a soft counter for Bronzong. If it has pre-charge Crunch, then it's a different thing, but not sure here. I'm waiting on the switch clock. I come with Altaria because I know that he has Steelix in the back. If I use my Venusaur now and my Venusaur is low, Altaria can't beat his Steelix. So I'm shielding here, trying to do as much damage to that Azumarill as possible. Now what I should have done here is let go of my Altaria and come with my Venusaur, save my shield, come with my Venusaur, and farm out that Azumarill. If I had farmed that Azumarill, I would have gotten 2 Frenzy Plants. I have 1 Frenzy Plant pre-charged. If I had 2 Frenzy Plants, Yeah, here I know that another ice bubble and Azumarill would have got into another ice beam, so I had to do a frenzy plan there. I had no other choice. I shouldn't have brought my Altaria to Azumarill. I was thinking that Steelix would wall Altaria, but it walls Altaria, but not that much. Not as much as Bastidon and Probopass. I should have used my Altaria against Steelix. That was bad play by me, and I lose match 1. Now second match versus Mujahid 05. I come with Mantine lead. Mantine has positive matchups against Whiscash, Toxicroak, Alolan Marowak, and even Skarmory to some extent. So I use my Mantine, and he doesn't have any electric types, so no hard counters for Mantine in his team or Razor Leaf user. So I charge up to an Ice Beam, and I'm waiting here for his Ice Beam or Play Rough. He goes for Ice Beam. I drain out that Azumarill's energy and come to my Venusaur. If I had switched to Venusaur earlier, I would have needed to shield. Now, even though I need to shield even now, but I would have needed to use 2 shields on my Venusaur because he would have one Ice Beam pre-charge from my Mantine energy and another Ice Beam from farming my Venusaur. So here he comes with Skarmory, and I do a mistake here. Yeah, like Frenzy Plant is okay. I will shield the next Sky Attack. Or not. I'm not really sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't shield the Sky Attack. He's lagging a bit. I get to Frenzy Plant, but it doesn't matter. He goes for Sky Attack. He should have farmed my Venusaur completely. It was a mistake on his part. Now he goes for Sky Attack. My tray is up. Now he switches to Frostless, and I switch to my Mantine. Now Aerial Ace is neutral. He shields. I got another Aerial Ace charged. Mantine just charges so fast. Like, this is the equivalent of an Mudboy spam, like Whiscash spam, but it's just Aerial Ace spam in case of Mantine. And I don't shield. I probably wouldn't get to another Aerial Ace, I'm not sure, but he's at 0 shields and I can just crunch him. Steelix has positive matchups against 2 of his main Pokemons. Like here, even though Steelix has bad matchups against Azumarill, Whiscash, and Toxicroak, Steelix is winning me the game. And in the previous match, I should have used my Steelix. Now he will come with Skarmory, even if he flash cannons me at this point, I won't lose. Steelix is such a tank. I am expecting... Now in the second match, I am expecting he will take Toxicroak to counter my Steelix. So again, I come with Mantine lead, and he comes with Whiscash lead. Whiscash is a counter for Steelix, a pretty much hard counter. And he has a water gun Whiscash. I don't know why. I have never... This is probably the first time I am seeing a water gun Whiscash from all the time I'm playing. This is the first time I'm seeing water gun Whiscash. Even if it was a Mudshot Whiscash, my Mantine can easily tank a Blizzard. I don't need to use any shields. I can just go for Aerial Aces. He uses a shield. He should have let his Whiscash go at this point. he shouldn't have shielded. Now he goes to Skarmory and I switch to my Steelix. Quick swap. I didn't lose any energy there. Now Skarmory will just do Sky Attack. I can just Dragon Tail and crunch this Skarmory down. And I'm making sure that my Steelix is low, because I know that after I kill his Skarmory, he will come with Whiscash. I should not let that Whiscash farm my Steelix. So I'm now here. I don't shield because I know that Sky Attack won't KO. My Steelix lives in red HP and I get to a crunch. Now the thing about this is he can't farm my Steelix at this health. And I take down his Skarmory already. So, and he uses Mud Bomb. I don't know why. He could have just farmed up my Steelix. Still, I got Mantine left, Venusaur left. I bring Venusaur to charge. Now he has Azumarill in the back. I have 2 shields. No piggyback needed, no nothing, just straight Frenzy Plans would really end the match here. I decide to go for Sludge Bomb. I thought that Sludge Bomb would do more damage, and I'm not really sure if it was good damage or not. I'm not sure that it did more damage than Frenzy Plant. I think Frenzy Plant would have done more. Now he lags a little bit, but there's nothing he could do about at this point. Third round versus Tomarabba. Now again he has Bronzong and I don't have a Bronzong counter. So again I take Lantern and I catch his Skarmory lead. He comes with Bronzong. I charge to a Thunderbolt and switch to my Steelix. Now I'm wary. Now he uses Psyshock, Shield Beat. I don't fall for it. 2 crunches would faint Bronzong. Dragon Tail charges faster and has faster animation than Confusion. Here I don't shield. Yeah, it was Psyshock. I don't shield. I was expecting Bulldoze, but I'm not sure what I was expecting. I think that at this point I forgot that Bronzong had Bulldoze. Yeah, I think I forgot that Bronzong had Bulldoze. I don't get to a crunch. If I had gotten to a crunch, it might have been a different game. That Vigoroth would have been lower. Now Venusaur can win against Vigoroth, but you need to use 2 shields. Now I almost charge a Frenzy Plant and switch to my Lantern. Lantern can easily kill his Skarmory. Now, what I noticed was even though most players prefer Water Gun Lantern, like if you rewind the previous matches, what I noticed was Water Gun didn't do much help. Like, I didn't face any ground types or rock types where I could just Water Gun it down. I faced flying types, Azumarills, Skarmories where I needed to reach Thunderbolt faster. So I think that Charge Beam Lantern would have been better. In this meta scenario. Now, I should have piggybacked here. It was a mistake on my part. I should have piggybacked. Now I will get to another Frenzy Plant. I have a shield. Easy. Steelix doing me wonders. Second match, I'm sorry. I come with Lantern and he comes with Skuntank. Now, I didn't know Lantern and Skuntank's matchup at this point. So I was just aiming for a Thunderbolt. And he Crunch does a lot of damage. Now this cup was held the pre-charge move rework, so it's still there are still rings there. My next cups will all have the new charge mechanic. Should I do a tutorial on that? I'm not sure. And get to another Thunderbolt. I feign down his Skuntank. I have switch advantage here. He comes with Azumarill. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more water gun and I would have gotten to a Thunderbolt, and he has an Ice Beam charged. He already has an Ice Beam charged. He's overloading his Ice Beam. Now here I couldn't do anything. I had to use Frenzy Plant. I had nothing to do. And I switched to Steelix. Because if I didn't Frenzy Plant right there, he would just farm up my Steelix and load with 2, 3, or 4, even 4 body slams. Now Steelix can tank another body slam, but he's using a Brick Break set. So I know I can feign down his Vigoroth. I take a gamble, and I go for straight Earthquakes on that Azumarill. Now he probably has another Ice Beam charged. I'm close to another Frenzy Plant. Now he will hit me with an Ice Beam. I am so low. 1, 2, 3. Almost another Ice Beam. One more bubble. He wouldn't even need that Ice Beam. He would have just killed me with that bubble. Now, 4th round versus Fagun. Again, I don't know what I'm thinking. He has Bronzong and Marowak and Umbreon. Now, Skuntank has positive matchups against Alolan, Marowak and Umbreon. So, I take Skuntank for that Umbreon. But I come with Altaria for some unknown reason. Here, I should have come with Skuntank and went for straight Flamethrowers, because if it isn't the last resort Umbreon, and I was kind of sure that this wasn't the last resort Umbreon, Skuntank wins doing straight Flamethrowers, because Flamethrower is neutral to Umbreon, and Poison Jab and Flamethrower both are neutral to Umbreon, and Snarl and Dark Pulse or any charge move or foul play, both are resisted by Skuntank. So Skuntank is actually a decent counter for Umbreon, if it isn't Last Resort. Last Resort Umbreon has different matchups versus Skuntank. Now here I tried to switch to my Skuntank, let my Altaria live, but it was too late. I was too late. Now I come with Skuntank. I don't have any shields. No. Playing Altaria there was a mistake. And he comes with Bronzong. I go for a Crunch. Now Psyshock is neutral against Skuntank. But let's see. And he uses Bulldoze. In the previous match, Bronzong had my mind just skipped the thought that Bronzong had Bulldoze. Like, I just forgot that Bronzong had Bulldoze. And here when he hit me with Bulldoze, I was like, shit. I'm done. I really should have come with my Altaria to his... I should have come with my Skuntank. Even if... And I could take down his Bronzong. His Bronzong had Bulldoze and Psyshock. I'm not really sure if he had Psyshock or Heavy Slam. Even if he had Heavy Slam, it's Bronzong is a soft counter for Altaria. So if I used Altaria for that Bronzong, Lantern for his Azumarill, and Skuntank for his Umbreon, I would have won the game. Easy. I'm still learning new matchups. This World's tournament are so good. Now here, I'm facing his Umbreon with my Skuntank. I will just go for straight Flamethrower. I had learned my mistake at this point. Dark Pulse is resisted. Flamethrower neutral. Poison Jab neutral too. It does a decent amount of damage. I don't need to use any shields here. I am struggling to get 3 rings. I don't know why. I sometimes struggle to get 3 rings. I don't know what happens in my tapping. I don't need to shield. I can just let this Skuntank die. And he used the shield and his Umbreon is at red HP. So I have advantage here. I don't know why I'm waiting the switch clock. I don't even have the switch clock up. And he comes with Bronzong. I need to switch. I switch to my Steelix. He will probably switch to his Azumarill. Now I will go for straight Earthquakes. Unless it's an Hydro Pump set, Azumarill can't one-shot Steelix with Play Rough or Ice Beam. Ice Beam does quite a lot of damage, but it can't one-shot. Again here, like, notice something. That just because I have a Water Gun Lantern, you'll see. Just because I have a Water Gun Lantern, he will get to Play Rough first, and I would need to shield that. Because Play Rough would put me at critical HP. Even though he used Ice Beam, but even if he had done Play Rough. Now, I charge a little bit. I needed to charge more. I should have counted his bubbles and needed to charge more. That was a mistake on my part. And here, he'll probably go for Bulldoze. Probably. If it was me, I would shield bait with Psyshock. Oh, he goes for Heavy Slam. He doesn't have Psyshock. Heavy Slam is resisted. Even if I didn't shield there, it wouldn't do nearly as much damage. And here he goes for another heavy slam. It doesn't do basically any damage. And I use Warrigan and we draw. This is the first draw ever. Ever. Like all my tournaments I played, I never had a draw. And this was the draw. And I was really tense, right? And up to this point, I was really tensed. And what should I do? What shouldn't I do? He catches my Skuntank with Toxic Rook. And I'm like that. I've lost the game. Just take it. Just take down my Skuntank. I don't really care. I decide to let my Skuntank go. If I switched, it would have probably been different. But not switching here was actually a good thing for me. I can feign down his Toxic Rook. And he comes with Bronzong. He catches my Frenzy Plant. Again, if I had Meganium, I could use Meganium to take down his Bronzong. Now, you guys are seeing so much Bronzongs because of Toxic Rook. Because after the pseudo ban of Medicham and Lucario, everyone takes Toxic Rook as their prime counter user. And they should. Toxic Rook is such a good mon. But with the rise of Toxic Rook, we are seeing the rise of Bronzong users. Because Bronzong got buff with his charge moves. Now he can just farm up my... He could have just farmed up my Steelix. It was a mistake on his part. Now here I have a shield. He's going to use Mud Bomb. I shield. I need to feign down that Toxic Rook with... Now he comes with Azumarill. I go for Frenzy Plant. He had Ice Beam ready, but his Azumarill went down, and I get Frenzy Plant. I get lucky here. I get really lucky here. This was a sure loss for me if he had gotten an Ice Beam off. I got lucky. Now this time I decide to lead with Steelix and he decides to lead with Umbreon. This isn't a suitable match. Steelix is neutral to Dark. So Umbreon has actually a positive matchup against Steelix. Dark Pulse. And I switch to Altaria. Because Altaria has not positive but even matchups against Umbreon. Now Bronzong is a soft counter to Altaria. It doesn't hard counter Altaria that much. So it's a shielding matchup. The one who shields more wins. I decide to shield here. I decide to shield the Heavy Slam because I know that I can get his Bronzong really low with just my Altaria, with just Dragon Blitz. And I decide to shield again to Sky Attack the upcoming Mon. I know that I can feign down his Bronzong with just Dragon Blitz. Even though Dragon Blitz are resisted, it does so much damage to Steel types. Especially Bronzong. Not bulky Steel types, right? Like Probopass and Bastidon. But Bronzong it does. And I get to a Sky Attack with 1 HP. Again, I'm getting really, really lucky here. God is on my side. Now I can tank the Dark Pulse. Now he will come with Toxicroak, and I will go for Sludge Bomb. I'm praying that he burns his shield. He burns his shield, and I go to Steelix and straight Earthquake. His mistake was shielding. If he didn't shield that, it was GG for me. Because Toxicroak could just kill Steelix. And that's how now in the finals I face Paragon Zero Dao again, and he took Whiscash lead. Who takes Whiscash lead against Altaria and Venusaur team and Mantine? Even if I had taken Mantine as my lead, I would have won. I don't know why I took Skuntank. Skuntank had positive matchups against his team, but still, I lose the lead. If I just led with Venusaur, it was GG for him. Just plain GG for him if I had Venusaur. Now he took Whiscash because Whiscash had positive matchups against most of my team. It was a good pick, but I was ready for Whiscash, but I wasn't ready he would lead with Whiscash. Who leads with Whiscash? Everyone leads with Azumarill, Skarmory even, Lantern, yeah, I know Whiscash is a good pick, but against teams like this, you wouldn't lead with Whiscash. I'm at a switch disadvantage here. Now here, what my mistake was thinking. I thought too fucking much. If I had Venusaur has positive matchups against Azumarill, Whiscash, and Lantern against his team, and can win against Victreebel. So 4 out of his 6 months, my Venusaur had positive matchups. If I had gone for Venusaur lead, GG. For his Skarmory, I could have just let Skuntank and Lantern in the back, and even Steelix would do great. Now, I thought that he would use the Skarmory Azumarill core because he had Skarmory and Azumarill. So I took Lantern and Venusaur. Against any other person, against any other Azumarill and Skarmory core, this is one of the hardest counters. The Venusaur and Lantern core. But he didn't even take Azumarill. He took Whiscash instead of Azumarill. Even though Whiscash loses against Mantine, Venusaur, and Altaria. And his Azumarill can beat my Mantine and Altaria. And Lantern with pre-charge energy. Now here, I lead with Venusaur. He leads with Whiscash. Booyah! He switches to Skuntank. I charge a Frenzy Plant and switch to my Steelix. Now Steelix has decent matchups against Skuntank. It's a shielding matchup. If his Skuntank had Flamethrower, but he went for Crunch. Now here I go for Crunch to Shield Bait. I could just go for Earthquake, but I tried to Shield Bait here. And I get the shield. Now it's gonna be another Crunch. No way he's going to Flamethrower that fast. Another Crunch. Now here, I am aiming for Earthquake. I get my Earthquake. He lets his Skuntank go down. My Steelix is at red HP. He comes with Whiscash. I get to a Crunch. I had leftover energy from my previous Earthquake. Now he farms up my Steelix. Now I already have a Frenzy Plant charged. Straight Frenzy Plant. He shields. Now this could be a Blizzard. A Blizzard would one-shot me at this health. He goes for Mud Bomb, Shield Bait. and he goes to Skarmory, and I switch to Lantern. Slow switch on my part, but still. Again, if I had Charge Beam Lantern, I could kill that Skarmory and have leftover energy and farm his Skarmory to have Thunderbolt for the next mon. Whatever that mon be. Like, even if it's Whiscash, I could just Thunderbolt it down. Like, even if I can do chip damage. What I am trying to say is I can do chip damage. But here, I don't need to shield. He can load up as much energy as he wants. Now Wargon's digging into his Whiscash. He knows that. That's why he tried to get rid of my Lantern faster. Only against Mud Boys, I guess Wargon is better. Still, Lantern would lose. Even Wargon Lantern would lose against Mud Boys. Third match, I'm thinking. Why am I thinking? I thought so much about this match and I take Lantern lead. That was my biggest mistake because he takes Victreebel lead. Out of all the mons, he took Victreebel lead. Now Victreebel is a good lead, I give him that, but if I didn't think too much and just slammed Venusaur, all 3 matches, I win all 3 matches. Because here, Venusaur beats Victreebel hands down, no shields needed. Venusaur just outbeats Victreebel. It gets to double Sludge Bomb. And if I shield once, I can just farm up his Victreebel. Here, I can't do anything but farm up his Victreebel. I knew he's going to Acid Spray me. Acid Spray is doing so much damage now. I can't do anything but farm his Victreebel. My hands are tied. Now he will come with Skuntank. I switch to my Steelix and he switches to his Whiscash. He took Whiscash and Victreebel, which loses to my Venusaur, and here really bad play on my part. It's not bad. It's not even outpicking. It's just picking weird mons. It's like, who would pick Whiscash over Azumarill when Azumarill beats most of my team? And Whiscash just beats Skuntank, Steelix and Lantern. Only 3. And Azumarill can beat Mantine, Altaria, Steelix, and Ice Beam Venusaur. I'm baffled at this point. I'm baffled that I lost this game. I'm baffled that I thought too much. And that was it. I'm kinda salty about my loss. I'm not salty because I lost against him. I'm salty because I thought too much. A tip for any players who faces Paragon Zero Dao, don't think too much. Just go with your core. Just go with any 3 mons. Don't try to outpick him. Don't try to pick the most advantageous mon or the mon with most positive matchups. Just do what your heart says and you will win against this dude who has both God and anime on his side. Hope you liked my video. This was Bhuvan Ahmed signing out.